Welcome back to another video, nerds. Today I will be showing you how I hid the spawn end portal and why I did it. But first, to understand why I did this in the first place, we have to go back. So, unfortunately, I don't have any recordings of this, but the reason why was because I was going to take like a whole week break from Soulforge and from doing that stuff. I ended up successfully taking a break from making any recordings, but I did not stop playing Soulforge. I just kept playing it. Anyways, this stuff happened with Goon Gang, and this is gonna be a reason why I really dislike Goon Gang. So I joined a VC. I was just messing around. I was breeding cats because I wanted to get some phantom membranes for slow falling pots. And I was just breeding cats, and I joined the VC, and everyone in the VC, like Goon Gang's there, and they're like, "Let's go kill Sam." Like, excuse me, why? Like, I don't know. Like, it just made like. I don't know. I'll say more about what I think of them once I'm done talking about what actually happened. So they all went off towards my base, and I was like, "Oh crap! I don't have a pumpkin head I'm wearing." So I foolishly went towards the only pumpkin patch or the nearest one I knew of, which was in the direction of spawn. And I also foolishly somehow managed to bring like most of my cats with me. Even though I, like, told them to sit down, most of them still followed me. And, anyways, I foolishly went in the direction of them. And went towards the pumpkin patch. And then I saw them running by, and I was like, oh crap, I better go down. And so I did. I went underground, and I went underground, and I went ahead, and, I was trying to hide. So I went like straight down underground, and then I like took some granite, went to the side, placed some granite blocks down. Thought it would be okay there, but I didn't realize there were literally like 4 people on me. They didn't even know I was there if it weren't for the cats. So I literally would have made it out. They would not have found me. In all probability, I would have been like completely fine. But no, I just had to bring the cats. Very intelligent, which they all murdered. They murdered all of them, and yeah, that's very much not cool. And they kind of held me hostage, which, to be fair, they were aggravated in this case. I had you see, this weird drama came up. Someone said, or apparently someone had found these people's base, and they had said, "Talk to me for negotiations." Now, this obviously was a pretty clear attempt at framing me for this. I mean, since when do I have any teammates? Like I'm solo, okay? Or at least I am for now. I don't want to be solo anymore, but that's how things were and are at the time. So I was framed. And they were like, who did you all give the base coords to? I, very foolishly, decided to come completely clean and say I had no idea. What I should have done was, I mean, there were a couple people on the server who I could have framed that I didn't like. And, that might have gotten them off of my tail. Rather than me just admitting straight to the, rather than me just admitting that, yeah, no, I was just faking. I have no idea. So yeah, they decided to kill me anyways, even though they quite literally said if I told them who. So yeah, basically they lied. But it's not like they wouldn't stoop to that. I'll be honest. But anyways, that was okay and all. They were aggravated to do that. That's not really why That's not really what made me angry. What made me angry was the following day, or in the following days, I was regrinding my gear, And I don't know what's wrong with me. I wasn't wearing a pumpkin head. Everyone could track me down. But the most absurd thing was that they did, in fact, track me down. Like, these guys had already gone ahead. They had already done enough damage. They had already gotten revenge or whatever. They decided to come back, though, because apparently that just wasn't enough. And they came back, they tracked me down, they went to the base, and they quite literally destroyed my enchant table, stopped up the mob spawner, which ironically still works, my little mob spawner skeleton farm, and they basically trashed my secret base up, and I kind of panicked and logged out because I didn't want to fight them. Apparently, though, apparently now if people see you, it's just combat evasion or something like that. And I didn't want to get a strike or whatnot, so I came back, and then like the most annoying thing ever happened. You see, I was on vacation, and we were heading back from this play we were at to the hotel. And my phone had like the Wi-Fi setting on, but it was running on mobile data to do this stuff. But what happens whenever I get like an internet connection back, it'll basically make me log off because it's changing from mobile data to the internet or Wi-Fi. So that's what happened. I was fighting them, and then all of a sudden I just like lag out, and I'm gone, which counts as a combat log apparently. And I decided I was probably going to have to give them the kill anyways, so I just kind of waited for a couple minutes, because I kid you not, my legs were like shaking. I was in full panic mode. It was dumb, but the adrenaline was crazy. So I gave myself like 15 minutes to calm down. I should not have done that. In the end, I decided I don't give a crap if I'm going to get a strike for fighting back. If I have a chance to win, I'm going to kill them both, because there were only two of them. And I'm just going to, I decided I didn't care if it was against rules, I was just going to fight anyways. Because I was fed up, and I wanted to see what I was capable of. It didn't matter, because they had made a trap. I shouldn't have given them 15 minutes, because they were way too good with those 15 minutes. So yeah, I got cooked. Lost a whole lot of gear. And yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't like Goon Gang, because they went over the top against me. Well, what I consider over the top. But that's not really the entire thing why I dislike them. It's just that they just seem to be a collection of some of the worst people on this server. Like, I feel like they have they're so annoying, and they are frankly quite ruthless to people who aren't on their team. They're pretty good, but they aren't even like the best group. I mean, but that's not. It's just that they're like completely ruthless to people who aren't on their team. They'll even betray their own team. I don't even know how they're still together. They seem to have almost little to no honor or honesty. Some of them do. Obviously, I don't think it's all of them. I just think that some of them are rather a collection of the more unsavory people on this SMP. And yeah, basically it's my experience and others' experiences, and just that they're weird, they're annoying, they're cruel, and they're just, I don't know, they rub off wrong on me massively. There's no other team that does it like them. For me. So I don't get along well with Goon Gang. And I don't want to have dealings with Goon Gang, because I don't want confrontations to happen and stuff. I want to stay peaceable for now. Maybe later, but I just don't like them. They don't like me. I prefer that we just stay out of each other's way. And, maybe some people like them, but they really, really, really are not my cup of tea. But aside from that, so that's pretty much all of what happened in the 1 week I wasn't recording. I moved my base, did the cool things. And, the end fight was coming up in a couple weeks. It got moved back a week, like right around the time it was supposed to start, and it got like moved back a whole week. So I began thinking, what should I do for a power play? Because I had honestly been waiting for a power play, and this like I just started like getting this plan together because I wanted the Forge effect or the Soul effect. Apparently, I got them mixed up. I think the Soul effect is the Ender Dragon Egg, and the Forge effect is the Elytra, which means that like the first person to equip Elytra is able to wear netherite armor. And I wanted that because I like knockback resistance, and I love the additional resistance to damage. It's absolutely my cup of tea, and it's absolutely within my fighting style. I mean, I know it might be like worse for wind charges, but I already sucked at using those. I don't even have any because I'm poor. But it was absolutely my cup of tea. And that's the one I was after. But I obviously am not the best on here. I'm not even... I mean, yeah, I could probably fight the best on here. But I doubt I would survive. But the thing is, I didn't have to fight. I didn't need to do that. So anyways, where was I? I came up with a plan. I didn't have to fight anyone if I just destroyed all the end portals but one, and then went into that one. Like, I would be able to do whatever I wanted. It would, in my opinion, it would honestly increase the, I don't know, I feel like it would honestly drive the plot more of the SMP, because, to be honest, it just seems like, well, a cooler idea to have only one stronghold, and that kind of makes it more of like an important place than with like the probably almost 100 or so strongholds that are in the SMP now. But okay, oh my word, all the notifications are crazy. But anyways, it would be a simple matter, at least if that's what I thought. But anyways, I created like 4 different plans, plus an additional one for when I was in the end, but these 4 are the ones we're going to focus on for now. And plan A was simply to use some mushrooms and destroy the end portals. Go around, hunt them down, and destroy them. So I went to the Mushroom Island and got some mushrooms. And then I found the closest stronghold to spawn. And yeah, here's some clips of that. Finally, after... You gotta be kidding me. There's stupid sirens in the background. Okay. Finally, after ages of searching, I found the end portal. Oh, and how convenient. No one's online. I could technically just go in and do all the stuff myself. No, I'd die instantly. I know how this stuff works. But that's not what I'm here to do. So, it's time to destroy this portal. Here we go. It didn't do anything. Here, let me try again. Here we go. Maybe it needs a little bit more. More? Huh? Okay, I'm confused what happened right there. I think a block just came to life and replaced itself. Okay. So yeah, wouldn't you know it, Minecraft patched that bug where you can... Oh my word, the stupid sirens came back on right as soon as I started recording. But anyway, wouldn't you know it, Minecraft patched the bug where you could use big red mushrooms to destroy the end portal. Well, phooey, that's not good. My whole point, the whole point of this is to destroy the end portal, so there would be no way for them to find it. So, I'm gonna have to resort to plan B. Rather than destroy the end portals, I'm gonna have to hide them. But you see, there are a couple problems with this. I need to make it so that they ain't gonna find it by using their little F11 stuff to re-render, or I guess not re-render, I don't know, re-render, whatever. It allows them to kind of see through objects on occasion. And it's not against the rules, or if it is, that's a stupid rule. But either way, it kind of makes it impossible for me to hide it. My main concern is the bars will make it even easier. But I have a plan. Before, we're going to need some time. Cue hiding end portal montage. So, I successfully have hidden the end portal, but there's just a little problem. Look at the village. It does not look like someone didn't come through here. I mean, look, it's a complete mess. The idea is I want to kind of hide the fact that I was here, so I'm gonna clean up a bit. Cleaning montage. Alright, the first stronghold has been found. Yes. Anyways, the first stronghold has been found, and now, that's good and all. But I want to make sure that I have the only one that's not hidden or anything. So, I must expand the search. So, that means I'm just gonna let you guys go until I find another stronghold. And good luck. Good luck to me, I guess. Awkward. After ages of traveling, the Ender Pearl has finally... The Eye of Ender has finally stopped going in this direction towards the old stronghold and done this instead. You know what that means. Stronghold number 2, boys. There's the village. At least I think it's the village. Pretty sure it is. Yes. It's time to get in there and reap the benefits of my plan, I guess. And I could use the benefits of my plan because, listen, I don't have any pants on right now. I could use some pants. It's kind of embarrassing running around in haphazard gear. So yeah, let's reap the benefits of my rewards. It's time for a montage again. Oh well, that's not a good chest. It would appear this village has already been raided, but well, someone kidnapped the villagers, but that's not my problem. That's not my problem. Let's eat. Oh, okay. It's not this village. Okay, we gotta keep going then. Let's continue. Also, for those of you who are confused about why I'm acting as if strongholds only spawn under villages, it's because they do. And I'm pretty sure this is even the case for Java, but I don't remember quite. I don't play Java enough to know that, okay? It's just that at least in Bedrock, for a long time, strongholds have only spawned under villages. This makes them a lot easier to locate, since they are always under a village. Maybe I'm wrong, but actually I can't be wrong because this is literally how it's been for me the past few years. So can't be wrong because it's literally every time. It's It just has to be. I don't know about Java, but at least in Bedrock, that's how it is. Just a little footnote. I'll stop bothering you with that. Let's continue. I think I might have found the village. Let's just. You know, it might be a false alarm, but I'm pretty sure I found it. You know, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure though, so maybe I'm wrong. But I think I'm right. And also, look at this big tree. It's so stinking ominous. You know it's gotta be the one. It's just got to be the one. Also, you also know that it's gotta have players that have gone through here. Okay! It looks almost like it might be a freaking base. I mean, why else leave chests and furnaces out? Yeesh. Clean up your village, man. Who did this? What about the villagers? I have a sneaky suspicion that they're under here. Okay, never mind. I don't wanna follow that. Wait a minute, why would they dig straight down unless this is the stronghold village? Let me just give another. This isn't the stronghold village. Okay, I was wrong again. Let's keep going. Ain't no way it's this village. This is the one with the mob grinder that isn't finished. Where someone log on and finish your mob grinder. I've been here before. Hopefully I'm not revealing another player's base, but honestly, to be honest, probably doesn't matter. It looks like I've given up on it, to be honest. Just to be sure, let's check. Crap, I did not mean to throw all of those. Yeesh. Am I lucky or what? None of them broke. So, wait. I just tap once. So, I'm supposed to go this way? I'm not sure if that means I'm still supposed to go that way. And this isn't the place?
D Sweeney 1 says fall damage is Sam's number 1. Sam.
Yep, that is definitely my number 1 enemy. In today.
Tenoka 1957 says FR.
I'm gonna go on an anti-fall damage arc.
Sammy J. Netherald says Ema go on an anti-fall damage arc.
I became immune to fall damage.
D Sweeney 1 says that's called feather falling boots.
How and why?
Sammy J. Netherald says, I became immune to fall damage. Here's how and why. Lol.
Okay, well, enough goofing around. I need more climbing abilities. Cringe. Yep, it is. There it is. Oh, look, I even get my thing back. Now, let's prepare. I need to eat. I need to freaking eat. Now, before we go into the depths of the stronghold. Crap! Where's the beds? I forgot this village has like 0 beds. Because the people here are just allergic to beds. I'm just gonna place my bed down here.
So, sadly, it appears that this fortress has already been raided. What more, the portal has already been activated. I assume that because of this, the Ender Dragon is either been defeated, killed, and the Elytras and cities have already been looted, or lava and the other people actually remembered to make you die when you go into the end, and nothing like that has happened yet, or they just lit it and left it. But either way, I have now successfully hidden it. That means I've completed my mission. Well, part of my mission. It is now time to sadly leave because it looks like I ain't gonna get any loot out of this second city. So that's a womp womp. But whatever, we can keep going. Let's go ahead and continue the journey.
Friday. So Friday, I had big plans, like big plans. I was gonna get to my dad's house. I was gonna log on and I was gonna play for hours on end. I was gonna go around and I was gonna hide every single end portal in an 8,000 block radius around spawn in one day. And I was gonna do all this stuff. Yeah, one problem with that. The weather had different plans. You see, my dad's house is out in the middle of nowhere. Well, not quite in the middle of nowhere, but pretty far out. And cell phone signal has difficulty traveling through heavy rain. And it rained, okay? It rained pretty crazily. So I did not get to do much. The rain finally dropped off, but I still had big problems. And as a result, I kind of wasn't able to do much. What I was able to do is head over to this stronghold area, I believe. I don't know. I gathered some stuff, did some things, but I really was not able to do, like, anything Friday. And now it's Saturday. Now I realized, while I was hiding the first stronghold portal, I realized, yeah, they're gonna find the other stronghold anyway if I don't, like, make a fake stronghold room. So I did. I went back to the original stronghold, the spawn one, and I literally built gathered the materials and went and built a fake stronghold room. There's just one problem. I realized, I cannot go around to every single stronghold in the entire server and do this. For one thing, some people are definitely going to find out about this. And for another thing, there is absolutely no way that I am going... the amount of time I would have to invest into each individual stronghold. It takes me... let me give you a picture. First, you have to find and track down the stronghold. Then, you have to find and track down the actual portal room. Then, you have to fill the portal room to the brim with blocks, so that if people use F11 or whatever, they can't just reload the chunk and find out where it is, using glitches and stuff. Then, you have to hollow out a massive area, and then build a convincing end portal room with a convincing-looking destroyed portal. It would take several hours, 4 hours, just to do that, with, full preparation and everything. With full preparation time, I wouldn't be surprised if you had to work 7 hours per stronghold. And I don't got that time. The end fight got pushed back a week. But I still... time still goes by, and I have a real life to take care of. I can't just live in Minecraft. So I realized, doing that ain't gonna be an option. So I realized I kind of need it. I realized I would have to fall back from Plan B to Plan C, which is basically Plan A, but different. Because while mushrooms... One second, I'm gonna sleep.
Bed is too...
Really? My bed's too far away? Thank you. Why did I say thank you for my bed? Whatever. Because while... Oh, I lost my train of thought. One second. Waiting for it. Because while mushrooms may not destroy the portals, which to be fair was incredibly overpowered and should not have existed, I am certain, absolutely certain, there is another way to destroy indestructible blocks in Bedrock. There might not be the same glitches, but I'm quite sure if we do the right thing, I will be able to destroy end portals with less effort. So there may be plan C. So plan C is to basically go back to the base, grind gear, get into good shape again, and then we look for a method to do this. If there is no method, then I'm going to have to fall back on plan D. Plan D is worst case scenario. We can't destroy the end portals, and we can't hide them effectively, so we give up. We give up on that. I'm going to have, in which case, I will have to execute my plan without any previous additional plans. So hopefully, Plan C works because we don't have any extra fallback plans. So yeah, hopefully everything goes right. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go back to my base, grind some more, and do some boring stuff. So I'm gonna go do that. So I ran into some pretty major problems. Turns out, grinding an entire gear set in one of the most inefficient ways possible is not exactly the least time-consuming thing to do. Especially with me constantly having mishaps or doing something like that. And I didn't even give myself that much time, but I vastly underestimated how much time it would take for me to grind a gear set. So, as it came to be, it turned out I was not nearly as prepared for the end fight as I had hoped. I was thankfully able to get 2 gear sets and all the pots I wanted, or most of the pots I wanted. Sadly, I had not fully enchanted one of my gear sets. However, I didn't really need to worry about fighting because fighting was never in the plan to begin with. I'll simply just tell you the plan here. This is really the most boring way to do it, but considering as I don't have footage of this due to an incident I will tell you in a minute about, I'm gonna just have to tell you it here in the boring fashion. So what my plan was I would just go in like 5 minutes late after everyone else was in, and wait for everyone else to kill the Ender Dragon. I would just stay invis the whole time. And then I would use a combination of Pearls, Riptide, and Slow Falling, and to get to the end city, the first end city with an Elytra, before anyone else. And I was not nearly as prepared as I was missing like 2 main components. I'd gotten a Riptide Trident, and I had gotten but I was missing Ender Pearls and Slow Falling, so I kind of was in serious doubt whether I would have been able to do that. But that was the plan. And from there, I did intend to go... I wanted to have, like, maxed out, like, 3 stacks of maxed out rockets. And then I was going to go around the end and loot every single end city I could. And make it so that all of the... I was going to make it where Elytras were way rarer because I was going to enchant every single one I got my hands on with Curse of Vanishing, which would make Elytras go way up in value, and it would make me incredibly powerful and let me use them as bargaining chips. Unfortunately, an incident happened. I'll just kind of show you some stuff, some footage. Okay, so now we get to talk about this guy, Dusty Locket. This guy here was messing around, trying to break through solid stone in naked gear. And I just, like, snuck up on him. I didn't consider him a threat. And, yeah, this is exactly why I had no footage of the end fight, because I wasn't there. You see, I, like, kind of arranged some gear stuff, and then, this happened. So that was that. After ages of planning, grinding, and working to obtain a pathetic amount of what others had gained in mere days, and making a plan that quickly fell apart as the day approached, all of it completely came apart. It could have been salvaged, but Dusty Locket's complete betrayal of my very flimsy trust completely caught me off guard, and as a result, I lost almost everything I had grinded for. Not to mention, both the effects were gone. By the time I got back my gear and went to the end, most of the elytra would probably be gone, and I'd have to go super far to get another one. And on top of that, I had lost an entire gear set, and nearly an entire other one, which was my main gear set, being full of prot stuff. My main gear set, I lost all the armor in it. I lost the sword and the shield. Thankfully, I was able to retain my best pickaxe and my best bow, as well as all my gapples and notch, as well as my gapples, notch apples, and a lot of other good things. Not gonna lie, I had no idea that Dusty Locket had a respawn point near there, and I thought he was completely poor. I assumed he was completely harmless, but he geared up Diamond. I was about to go invis, and I lagged out. I didn't even have a chance. I would have already geared up. But, yeah. Either way, in the complete failure of my plans, I mean, I don't even hardly know what to say at this point. Every time I've tried to do something, it's failed miserably. The thing is, I don't even know what to think at this point. This was like supposed to be the big thing. But the thing I keep learning is that nothing will ever, I mean, maybe it will, but nothing ever goes your way just because, if I leave things to chance, they, never go my way. I mean, things just almost always go against me. It's just, I don't even know why. It just is how it is. So, in conclusion, things have become basically 10 times worse. I've lost the majority of my gear. The 2 new effects are out, and I don't know who is in possession of them both, but it sure ain't me. I have not got the Forge effects with the netherite armor, and I don't have a monopoly on the elytras like the original plan was to have them. Every plan has fallen flat. Plan D has failed. So, with that, and I don't have a plan, okay? I'm out of plans. All 4 plans, I used all 4 plans, and every single one failed. That's just how, I don't know. I only know 2 things. 1, I can't do this alone, and 2, I will have my revenge on Dusty Locket. I'm gonna make that dude suffer. Probably. If he logs on again. He's probably not gonna, I don't know, I don't see him log on very often. But either way, I need a team, and I need to get revenge on Dusty Locket. And also I would like to kill whoever has the soul effects, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see where it goes from here. But for now, this is my arc. Another failure arc. That's incredible. That's literally like what should be in my arc. Just failure arc at this point. Because that's practically just what I am in this SMP. A failure. So, yeah. I mean, okay, I gotta end this on like an upbeat note or something. So on an upbeat note, these two players, Tanoka and someone else who was in Viz, gave me some nice diamond gear, so I haven't lost everything. I can rebuild, I can regather myself. You know, everything isn't lost, just all my potions and most of my gear. But I got new gear. I can make new gear, I can brew new pots, I can make new bases, and I can get new teammates, except I never had any teammates. But, yeah, that's one thing I need to work on. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna need to go on a getting teammate arc. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you could subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated, and would definitely bring an upbeat note to this, very down ending to this video. And if you somehow enjoyed this video, then, please do subscribe. And I will see you in another video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.